My name is Dylan. I'm 25 years old. I've just completed my first year in business. We hit $1 million in revenue, $330,000 to $350,000 in profit. And I'm just going to run through a bit about what I've learned in the first year of business and what my problems are now and what I anticipate my future problems being. Currently our strategy for leads and growth, we pay SEO, Facebook people to maintain that, and our main lead generator as a service-based business is doing great work to ensure we're getting referrals, and that works amazing. The current strategy for the business is to maintain a 5-star level of service. We've got 235 stars, and it's going great. We've had a 1-star review this year, which could have been completely avoided by one of my team members. I did everything I pretty much could to that customer. I probably could have sent him a gift box and apologized and things like that. I offered to half the rate. I offered to go out there myself and do it at 5 p.m. at night. His booking was scheduled at about 3. We were late to the job. We did the wrong job, and it was just a nightmare. So there was multiple people that went to that site at the same time, and we still stuffed up, which sucks. What we learned from that after that point is we put something in every time we book a job. We put check the address, because we just can't let that happen again. Where do I think I will be in a year? So in a year, I anticipate really refining down the office team, understanding where I'll be in future as well as growth strategies. I don't really have time to implement those at the moment. We do have some things, like we have roadmaps consistently guiding us towards the future. It's just step by step. Every time we move up 2 steps, we always step back 1, and it's a slow process, but I feel like it's all going to compound and it'll work in the future. So in a year, I can expect to expand to interstate. We're absolutely dominating the market in South Australia at the moment, so I think it'll go really well for Victoria. So the strategy to get there is to firstly get more admin staff, refine down the process of hiring, firing, improving our knowledge base of implementing people when they come in, how to upskill them as fast as possible, how to get them signed off as fast as possible. We're going to start something as well, which is called group interviews. We currently do 1 interview every couple of weeks. Instead, we're going to do 3 people in an interview at a time, and it's going to be dog eat dog. So whoever can rise to the challenge, we'll choose them, see how they go. We'll be open and honest, because this is the best way to save time in a small business like this. So a trade coordinator would benefit us a lot. We've paid a lot of money to get people in. The one person that did come in ended up not working out because the job was just too hard for him. He said it was the hours, but he worked 38 hours and 75 minutes, so it wasn't much at all, but it is hard work, so we expected that. I did anticipate that as well. Before that, we used offshore people as well to try to mitigate the admin time. Didn't work, just couldn't keep the level of quality that we wanted. Very American. He just spoke like a robot. We can use AI for that sort of stuff to save us time. The amount of errors he made saved us no time at all, and it just cost us money in the end. So we cancelled that. We could try again. We interviewed 10 more people for that role. It just didn't work out the way we wanted it. We need someone that's absolutely a gun. We just need A players. So I found that finding A players is something that takes longer than expected. It is hard work, and you have to provide more value to them than you can ever imagine. So a couple of issues I've been having is a couple of days ago the machine blew up. That's about $5,000. That is out of commission for a couple of weeks now. We booked out 3 teams for about a month and a half, so that is very nerve-wracking. But the good news is I anticipated machine wear. I bought a vehicle a couple of weeks ago, brand new, so we won't have that issue with that machine. And again, when I bought that machine, they set it up wrong. There's a lot of issues with it. I had to change that all around. I had to do a 17-hour, 15-hour day just to get that right, to ensure that the guys aren't getting burnt out, which is a major issue at this current time, because they're working so hard, but I don't think they're working efficiently. So I'm going on the road for the next couple of weeks to really improve those efficiencies, because if they burn out, we're fucked. We hire a woman, a man, and another man who are all related, and they're all from the same country. They all know each other. They've referred each other all into the business. So if one of them burns out, most likely the others are going to fall as well. So we can't have that happening. Some things we've done to mitigate that is we've hired a bunch of people. We have overhired. We are continuously going to hire. It's better to be overstaffed than understaffed, especially because we're hiring casuals. So we can give people 4-day work weeks, let them recover, let them come back keen, let them come back with more efficiencies and more fuel in the tank. So, and in that instance that we have overhired, it's now caused staffing to have 30 warranties. So we've had to go back to certain jobs, things like that in just the past couple of months, which is a lot. When we had a really great team 3 months ago, we had maybe 1 or 2 warranties in the whole month. Now we had about 30, which cost the company a lot of money. If they spent 20 more minutes on every job to make sure they get through it properly, instead of coming back, it would have saved us a lot of time and money. So now what we're doing every single morning, we are running them through like a list of 7 things that they continue to staff up, running them through that, keeping that fresh in their minds. So if they fuck up again, we're just like, guys, we say this every morning. How has this happened? So we now have 4 vehicles. Obviously, one is out of commission and another one today. Even though we had one blew up yesterday, we had another one today seize from working. We were working in the wet. It was absolutely miserable, and that stopped working as well. So we had to plan around next week. Hopefully we can get that working. We have found someone that not only services them, but does really great work for really cheap, and they're really close to our warehouse. So they're going to probably start servicing and maintaining the machinery just so this never happens again. It's not something our team should really be doing, I don't think, with 4 trucks. We are booked out with 3 trucks for a month and a half, 2 months. So I think that works pretty well. When we've got 3 trucks, we can switch them out and over. And if I need to fulfill warranties, I've got that spare truck to do those sort of things with. Or very importantly, emergency work. If it rains and there's a commercial client that says you need to get out here now, we can upcharge that and we can get that out right then and there. So, so inefficiencies in the team. To implement strategy around improving efficiency, I have implemented a guide. I haven't shared that with the team. I think it needs a bit of work. Most importantly, I need it fixed now. So I might run through the guide next week. And when I say I might, I actually will, because it sounds a lot better when you say it out loud. Not only will I do that, but I'll improve it, and I'm going to go out with the team. I'm going to implement these things with absolutely everyone, because most of them have been sort of 50-50 trained. Probably haven't been upskilled in a lot of efficiencies. It takes a lot of thought processing. I don't think most of the team know. We have a couple of people that are pretty good, but we need the whole team on board. The lack of care that is displayed from the team as well, at some points, it's a bit alarming, but we've set up processes like every 5-star we get, they get $15. If they get a warranty, they lose that. To be honest, it's a bit heart-aching because they've worked hard for those 5 stars, but with the 30 warranties, it wipes out all of their 5 stars. So what do we do? You know, this man has been working so hard. He had 3 5-stars in a couple of weeks. In one day, he got 2 warranties. So he broke a piece of machinery and missed something on the last job. So it's quite a tricky thing to do. I've definitely gotten better at it in this past year. From just owning the business for only a year, it's pretty good. To be honest, I'm not working that hard. I don't think I'm overworked. Working most days 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., sometimes more, sometimes less. Usually easing it off on the weekend, sometimes Saturday work, sometimes a little bit of Sunday work, doing what I want, ensuring I've got that balance, because I'm here for the long term. I know if I work 7 days a week in the long term, I will come out much more advantageous. But to be honest, I don't want to be one of those business owners that just lets life pass me by. So I want time to enjoy family and fun. and do things and experience things. I know if I have more money, I can experience a lot more fun things and more family time, but I'm happy with the medium. The company's going really well, and I like having a very refined thought process when I come back on Monday and I feel much more refreshed, especially working in the line of work we do at this trade service. It's quite dangerous to not be on the ball at all times. So I do have minimal time for focusing on growth and strategy, so I could set aside time on a Sunday, maybe 1 hour every Sunday, to focus on those things, to refine those things down and work on them. To be honest, if I get a trade coordinator, my life will be so much easier. I will reduce my workload by probably 40 to 50 hours a week. So I'll be working, I'll only work when I need to, so I can focus on those things then. But that situation where we get that person, it keeps getting pushed back and back and back. We trialed someone, we're looking for somebody else. So it's probably something I should be working on now, because who knows, it could be 6 months down the track we don't have anyone and we're in the same position. The company keeps going up over and over and over again. The numbers last year from the previous business owner looked all right. Currently, it's going a lot better, 3 times the amount. It's incredible. So hopefully we can keep that trend. In regards to growth, I'm not too sure how much further we could really go. It just keeps going up and up. It's a really seasonal type of work. Going into Victoria, getting more government contracts, more commercial works, commercial clients. That's obviously where we can go on up and up. And when we get to that situation as well, we can reduce residential or up the pricing so we do less of it. And then we've got that commercial work, which pays a lot more, and there's a lot more relaxed there. So we do have council work that's going on at the moment. To be honest, it is not worth the struggle. We should have charged double. I seriously just signed the contract. It was a big stuff on my behalf. The previous business owner was a great salesman, but he didn't really think things through. For example, I went and we were supposed to do this entire caravan park. It was charged $300. I couldn't even believe it. If it was charged times 10, it would almost be worth it. But my God, yeah. I should have looked over the contract. I need to be very dialed in when contracts are being signed, because it's a one-time thing that can change the business landscape. We're still running probably 15% profitability on that contract. Overall, it does even out, but still, we should have been on the ball from the start. I could have got a variation. I could have changed it around a little bit, made it more into my favor. We are working it now into our favor a bit more, a bit late, to be honest. Could have done it about 6 months ago, but it is what it is. It started about 6 months ago, so we could have done it from there, but it is what it is. We will learn from that and read contracts. Where do I think I'll be in a year? So running back on that, I want to be in Melbourne, but there's a lot of stuff that keeps coming up, a lot of the same stuff that keeps coming up, so I'm getting frustrated at myself because it needs to be it needs to keep moving forward. I hate moving backwards, so I've made a few mistakes. To be honest, if the trade coordinator had a bit more guts in him and pushed through, his life would have been a lot easier. We always make them lead from the front and learn the job first before they come in the office, just like me and my general manager has done. So hopefully the next person is a bit more understanding. To be honest, he started and it was a shit of a week. A couple of days he finished at 5. We started at 8. He started at 7:30. Sorry. It was raining as well, so it's a bit tricky. But to be honest, it's not hard. I've never said it was hard. It's pretty relaxed. It's just a lot of time commitment for, pretty good return for him. We offered him $67,500, and if he got a close rate of 70%, which my close rate and my general manager's close rate on the phone is 90%. So if he got that up there, he would have been on $73,500 in South Australia, which is a pretty high rate for his job that he would have specifically been doing. And so we're looking for somebody else to fill that role. I think that'll make everybody's life a whole lot easier. They'll be on the pulse. And then I can upskill the staff, implement processes. I want to work on a blueprint and video guide so that before somebody even starts, they watch a 30-minute video, they know exactly what they're doing. They're signed off on everything. They start and they're ready to go. And if they're not, then they're gone. As simple as that. So, um, yeah, I think that's it. So, yes, that is all.